Folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on their in-state rivals to the north, the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. Then on the other side, you've got Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
In motion right is Pittman. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Lawrence. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
But if you're a fan of defense, especially this defense, you like what you're seeing here in the early going. Play with some great energy. Already have a sack, and on that one, came back and forced an incompletion. They're getting after him.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. But it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to Naylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll go. Achane. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
It's a gain of 2.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Jair Brown on the stop there.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Dolphins, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down.
Back to the ground, H.M. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. 5 yards, now it's third and 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll come up facing third and 5. They'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Bates' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now the Little across the 25 to the 27. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's second down.
Hey, Lion!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because
there he goes left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 61 yards. And the Jaguars are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Dolphins 3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achan. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
At the 43-yard line.
Up the middle, Achan. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down. A gain of 7. And the Dolphins first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 22.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Dolphins first down.
They'll set up a throw. They set up the screen. Achan has it. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Achan. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achan taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have regained the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
97 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
They go play action here on 1st down.
That's completed.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. They'll look to ETN to start things out. Down the right sideline. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Well, a dangerous return man shown here.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Bates' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Achane is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll drop the throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he returns this to the 22. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ron. Son.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
On red.
Lawrence on the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Hey, tomato, tomato.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Lawrence. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Lawrence will throw. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one wasn't universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
Back to the ground with ETN. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
29-yard line.
On red. Soga, hot.
Here's Lawrence to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, run. Son. Here we go, Sahar.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey. Here we go, Sahar. Hey, Soko, Sahar.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Let's go.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go again with ETN. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Lisa 24. Here we go.
Straight ahead, ETN. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
That's complete to Palmer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Bates' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Highmark Stadium. It's the Bills at home to take on the Chiefs. And here's the Chiefs wideout. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Chiefs come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they host the Tennessee Titans. And it's the veteran, and he's still got it, Joe Mixon. He'll take it into the end zone, the 100th touchdown of his career. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Texans trying to win the home opener. They have the lead at halftime. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions taking on the Packers. And it's one of the most dangerous playmakers in the NFL, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's been tough to stop so far. This, the second of 2 touchdown runs. The Lions with the lead in the opener at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Rip, 23. Hey, Soko.
They go play action with Lawrence. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's caught down the field by Palmer. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Bates' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your...
There he goes, right side. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And motioning left, that's Pittman. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set to go once more. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. Open man, it's Palmer. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll lead here to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. A gain of 15. First down, Miami.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll look to throw again. And this one finds McConkey. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Back to throw again. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Brings up 4th down, and
they'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, You want 4, you want more than that, and guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Shut up. Cougar 19.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Here we go.
And they'll go right back to right. And they'll get this down to the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Hey, lock.
First down.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Britton Strange taking it in. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Looking to put a drive together. On first down, they'll start out with right. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And the Dolphins first down.
A give up the middle to right. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Now a toss play for right. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here we go, set.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's a quarterback sneak. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Gordon on first down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Lawrence will throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They'll go again here with Wright. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Victory very likely likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one and one of our early window games here